I will live 1,000 lifetimes and never be rid of this nightmare.
All right, welcome to another episode of Natural Ones. I'm Matt.
This is Joe.
This is Andrew.
This is Ashley.
Oh my God.
This is
Are you
actually
surprised how well we pulled that off?
Well, you know, there's the fact that like 2 people are missing today kind of helps your fact.
And I'm Bob.
That's it, Walt.
So guess who's missing again? Mr. Bob. I almost said his real first and last name.
You've got to learn people's names, man.
No, well, I got to stop saying them on the internet.
First name Mr., last name Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
Real name,
Thelonious.
There you
Felonious.
Mr. Felonious Bob.
What's it actually be right?
That would be terrifying.
All right. So,
Also, he might kill me for releasing his full name on the internet.
and this is his social. He's old as shit, so 1.
Sorry, Bob.
I'm not.
I might be.
All right, so last time we were playing, and our party had defeated Drew Ursery and managed to walk out of the tower relatively unscathed. Unfortunately, because they're all a bunch of fucktards, they decided not to check like Kevice's lab, you know. And in the aftermath of the God Tree explosion, we see that there were several little crystalline structures that were littered around Kevice's study. And all these were bathed in, you know, deadly magical radiation. And what these things happen to be is Kevice had made these inventions because he's a wizard and he's kind of a dick, to see what exactly would happen if someone made decision A, but they should have made decision B, or vice versa. So these were all alternate Tarzanias. And pretty much all of them were destroyed, except for one that was bathed in just the right amount of radiation to not kill everybody, but mutate them terribly. So, we are going to call that place Gamma World.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this week's episode takes place on a Gamma World. Just a little bit of a setup before we explain what the Gamma World game itself is. We're going to say that time moves differently inside these crystalline bottles. It's been thousands of years since that initial radiation surge, so that's kind of moved into like the stuff of legend. People aren't really 100% sure if it even ever really happened. It's just, you know, you can't drink the water because it glows green. That's just something you grow up with.
Beer's cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. Beer is so much cheaper. But before we get into the actual
canon.
Shit is canon.
Can I have a cannon?
No. No cannons. Cannons are not canon.
Or let me dragons.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it in Gamma World. Unfortunately, it's a dystopian wasteland and there's no food. But
Look, it's quote-unquote food.
yeah, exactly.
It's almost pizza.
Yeah, exactly. It's Saturday Night Live shit.
So it is actually McDragons then.
If you pick up
There's
cockroaches,
the
you have
ruins
pepperoni.
of McDragons.
Well, I say whatever quest he gives us, we just find a McDragons.
What
So
sort of
this will
dystopia
be
do you not
Upa
understand?
Green Hodge, Zip, and Namaku
Go to
Navi
hell.
go to White Castle.
Go to hell.
So, it's like basically what happened, it was like all right, so the guy who like invented McDragons was like sitting there and he was like just doing his like first like unveiling, and then all you saw was this burst of red light, and it was like the fucking nuclear bomb just leveled the first McDragon. And not only
They decided
did
to rebuild.
people do people associate like, you know, the end of the world with like that glowing green or glowing red light, but they also associate it now with McDragons. So it is actually a feared and hated name in legend.
Nice.
All right.
I shake your hand on that one.
Well,
He somehow included it in the canon and then destroyed it.
you know, it's
Yeah.
funny because this is actually in the regular canon. So you finally got
McDragons in the game.
in the Natural Ones canon.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum, we're slaying it.
So sued.
They should change their ad campaign. Unnamed burger company.
Okay, so
McDragons.
not technically, Blake owns Gamma World. So what I'll do is I'll let Blake explain a little bit of it. Like what's the difference between Gamma World and anything else?
Well, the difference between Gamma World and Candyland, for instance, less colors. Now,
More mind powers.
if you've only ever played D&D,
You're
and you
playing
jump
Candyland.
you jump into Gamma World, yeah, it has been said on the sheet. One big thing is it's not a big deal if your character dies, because the way you can make your character is that's one part of it, and that's the other. You roll dice to figure out what class you are. There are, or I guess race rather. It's got the primary and secondary origins, and that determines what skills you have, what powers you have. That because the idea is that a nuclear wasteland is really haphazard, and why should you control anything you do?
Yeah. I mean, like there's some like technical play differences, but I mean, basically it's Wizards of the Coast. It's it's a D20 system. If you play 4th edition at all, you can pretty much pick up Gamma World and pretty much run with it. It's not anything terribly complex.
They just kind of changed the setting from fantasy to sci-fi fantasy, in a sense.
One of the major differences, though, is that instead of having like level, I think it's 30 is cap in
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so.
In Dungeons and Dragons, level 30 is your cap. Like at that point, like you've gone and either exploded or become a god or something. But in Gamma World, it's
Exploding god.
It's level 10. You get to level 10, and that's as far as you can go. And there's less of a I guess gear kind of setup, like like
Yeah, so you don't choose like I want to get a warhammer that does this or a bastard sword that does that. It says
Roll the dice.
light one-handed, heavy two-handed. You make up what weapon you have. Like you could have a stop sign that's been sharpened to an edge, or guns with very, very rare ammunition.
Right. And there's also like pieces of modern technology and stuff. Like every now and then you'll see like a McDragon's cup blow through in the wind.
Toasters.
Yeah, like I think someone has a electric razor.
That'd be me.
But I mean, like for the most part, it's pretty much exactly like D&D.
It throws more surprises.
I have
at you.
I have duct tape.
There we go.
Automatically, I am your king.
I think someone else has duct tape, don't they?
I have duct tape.
Go to
I have a draft horse. And
I must kill you and take your duct tape.
Hey, can you grab me the markers off the fridge?
Yeah.
If they're still there.
Also, the other big difference as far as gear,
Unless they're not there,
As far as-
in which case don't grab them.
gear and power goes,
Yeah.
is
1 second.
a big difference in the powers and gear is that Gamma World comes with a deck of cards. One for Omega Tech, one for Alpha powers. The Omega Tech is basically gear we get to carry around anywhere we go. If you use it, it breaks unless you can roll high enough to save it. If you Alpha powers are basically random mutations. You can grow bug eyes, learn to read people's thoughts, gain super speed. Basically, every encounter you get a new Alpha power. Omega Tech stays until you break it or use it until it breaks.
And today we're like I'm gonna be kind of wow, that's my ball.
Just the one.
Just I lost the other one in that train explosion.
Which you caused.
By laying my balls on the track. God. Anyway.
You've heard it. You can't unhear it.
Ignore me.
Unless you pause.
In which case, congratulations.
But I'm going to be deferring a lot to Blake about just questions and stuff like that, just because he has had experience with this, whereas I have not.
Now, it's just in my opinion from so far when I've never played Gamma World, is this seems a lot more casual overall than D&D. It doesn't seem like you're going to be sitting there for like years on end almost trying to develop into a 30th level character.
Right.
And it seems to be a lot more random overall. This would add more intensity to the game so you can get multiple games in and keep on the rotation where you don't have to sit down and try to think of like what combos with this combos with this. Like, nope, fuck you, you get to something random.
Yeah, and that's one of the other things is that like in D&D I would say there's like an ideal party. Like you have like the rogue, you have the healer, you have the leader, you have.
Well, actually in the books it talks about the controller, the leader, the defender and the striker. And you're supposed to have one of each, and then you augment from there your party. So
I mean, yeah. Once again, like that's kind of like a perfect world for D&D.
I mean, you can double up on some worlds and ignore one, but then you're gonna have to have different experience. Like if you don't have a controller, you're gonna be the striker's gonna be having to move around a lot more overall.
But I know at least in 4th edition, you pretty much can be like, I'm a controller, but I'm also kind of subbing defender or something like that.
Yeah.
But in Gamma World, you don't get that choice at all. Like
You become a stone cat or a psychic swarm of bugs.
Yeah, like you have to decide what you
Dude,
want.
we're a swarm of bugs.
That'll be next time.
Like
When I
a swarm
DM,
of
we'll do
bugs.
that.
All right. Okay. So
It was also a truck driver.
enough hubbubaloo. We are
That'd be
like
terrifying.
so. The regular Nat 1's party closes the door on the burning wreckage that is Kevice's tower, and
What's left?
all of a sudden we do like one of those like quick like zoom up the stairs and it whips around and you see like the little crystalline thing that's not broken. It zooms in and comes down again. And you have to be closing your eyes to see this just right. But then it zooms in and you see this giant beachside city, like to the point where like half the city is kind of built on these stilts put into the beach, and then the other half of the city is actually outreaching into the water. At the same time, it's kind of there's a mix of like new technology. Like some places like don't have like stilts, some places have like hover discs. Where at the other point, like some places look like straight up ghetto-y and like have like 2x4s strapped together with like prayer and like gum, but you don't really get like a feel for the city. All that you know is that you come in and there's tearing paper everywhere.
Deal with it.
But no, you come in and the city is crazy right now. Like it just looks like there's celebration in the streets, and it's nuts. What happened is this city, which is named Baycliff, has recently been at war with a group of hawk androids called the Skymongers, and what they've been battling for years. Like I mean, this is a war that grandfathers tell their grandchildren about. Like this is what happened when we first fought the Skymongers, and they finally won. Baycliff is finally victorious in this battle, and they have forced the Skymongers to sign a petition. Everything is great with the world, and as a result, they are now celebrating and going crazy in the streets, yo. So we zoom into our party. If you guys want to describe yourself, Andrew, you want to go first?
This is Zafar. It's a giant hawk man. He looks compared to the android hogs. He has
Skymongers.
The Skymongers. Thank you. He has straight black feathers. So more like a raven with a very sharp beak. He is clad in I can't even figure out where this is. I'm looking for like I guess he's wearing like kind of like tattered leather almost. He's an infantryman. He's also one of the he's telekinetic, so stuff sometimes your enemy flies around with him. He was infantry, like mid-range infantry, kind of mid-range in the ranks at the in the army. He's wearing a light-handed, one-handed mace, which I'm gonna say is a baseball bat with nails in it. And it says two-handed light range, which I'm going to assume means kind of like this is straight rifle. I'm not thinking something ionized or all this straight bullets at that point. And I'm still trying to figure out the voice, so you can get that later.
Yeah, and he's like baseball bats and stuff like that. Like there are points in this area where technology just doesn't work, and that's why it's kind of like broken and shitty. You've got pockets of like radiation that just kind of hang around, and you can't really be like working on a computer and trying to not explode from radiation. So hammer and nail works there. Ironically, though, it is a world woefully without hammer salesmen. All right,
I don't get it.
Mr. Joe. There's nothing-
Yes! Yes!
We play a game called How Long Will It Take for Andrew to Throw Down His Glasses?
And I just want it
Yep. Joe wins the pot
of nothing.
of pots.
No, it's a metal pot full of other smaller pots.
Which is the best kind of pot.
Exactly.
It's a recursive pot. Anyway, my character's name is, I hope that's an A, Namkavi Navi, who is a mind coercer. For this role, I will say will be intelligence gathering. He has the ability to turn invisible and use telepathy to read other people's thoughts. So weapons aren't necessarily his thing unless he gets caught, in which case he has a contingency of oh shit weaponry. His he basically, as far as appearances go, his head is bulbous shaped, kind of like an octopus, and for sake of argument I'll say he has octopus eyes because that's awesome.
Ugh.
His skin has the ability to change colors based on his background. To an extent, I mean, he wears clothes, so it doesn't necessarily work.
You're not
great.
changing to plaid.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna do all that.
It's not like the Splinter or the Metal Gear Solid like bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
It's like I can blend in with anything.
yeah. no.
Ignore this person-shaped lump.
Yeah, right. Ignore the box.
Well,
with
to
the
be
holes.
fair, all those henchmen also have glaucoma, so.
And to be fair, all those guards move in one dimension, so.
The Splinter Cell is really just this huge conspiracy to get weed legalized. All right.
Yes.
All right. Continue
Well,
with your
that
words.
was. Well, I mean, I guess his oh shit weapons is he has a single pistol, which he pretty much uses to sneak up on people as his light one-handed ranged. Ammunition, I assume, is something we have to roll for.
I'm just gonna get like.
Normally-
we'll say it's rare, right?
Yeah, normally bullets are hard to come by. They get by that by saying the light non-ammunition is like laser pistols and
Yeah.
a sling you can load rocks into.
I mean, like for this, and I like it's kind of the same rule that I've given with Charlie Foe. Is that like I don't want to make it that much of a pain in the ass to like keep your inventory straight.
Right.
Nothing sucks more than when like you have a DM who's like, okay, so you take a pot shot at that guy. Oh, I've secretly been counting your arrows for the last like 18 play sessions, and you don't have a weapon. Like that's a dick move.
Have fun throwing your crossbow.
But I mean, like I just personally avoid it. So I mean, like for this, we'll be saying that like because you have that weird like algorithm of like technology, magic still, and then you still have like like radiation sciences that you're able to cobble together some like something where you can like pick up a rock and stick it in your thing and shoot it off.
Yeah, it's a
It's kind of like a spring blade.
like a blunderbuss of sorts.
Yeah,
where you
exactly.
pretty much just put whatever you want as ammunition.
Exactly, and like it shoots by fusion or something. But
I mean,
the one rule that we are going to do though is that if you guys roll a natural one using a longer short ranged gun, is because I'm giving you guys the free for all.
Yeah.
It
We'll
shorts
say
out
it
if you roll a
blows
natural
out.
one.
Ah.
So that
Nice.
means
Then again, having a plethora of telekinetic and telepathic powers,
Yeah.
you don't really rely on a gun
Well,
as much as you would. But
exactly. I
Again,
mean-
it's one of those oh shit contingencies.
yeah, and I think it makes it a little bit more interesting because I mean like none of the technology is 100% like I said. All right, Mr. Blakerson.
I will be playing a radioactive yeti named Upu Upu Greenhodge. What do I look like? I'm at
Very-
least 7 feet tall. Built like
It's-
basically all the
Don't
footage.
say it. Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. Built like all the whenever you see Sasquatch like that, but more dense
Okay.
and thicker. I have
Stupid.
I have
Because
like
you've definitely seen Sasquatch before.
Yeah.
you guys have met my roommate. What?
Yeah.
Sour.
Re-
Especially if they watch this.
dark
Listen
red
to this.
fur covering my entire body, and the only clothes I wear are flower print board shorts. Yeah, yeah. Flower print.
And this shit's
They're
canon.
blue. That offsets the red. As far as why I'm in this team, Teddy Roosevelt once said, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." I'm the big stick. These guys
Why
found
did you write that?
Compensation.
so I wouldn't forget.
Just sour.
They found me in a cave just smashing rocks with other rocks. I was content to do that, and they said, "Hey, you should come help us fight these things." I go, "Is there going to be food?" And they said, "Yes." I said, "Okay."
All right.
That's something I'm going to do this podcast.
He's like Charlie.
Still haven't come through on that food yet.
He's like the Charlie Foe.
My weapons.
I'm still waiting to get paid.
Deal with it.
Heavy two-handed melee. I'm gonna say it's a car axle with a tire at one end.
All right.
And then my light one-handed range weapon is a sling.
Okay.
So that way I can put full beer bottles,
The
rocks,
hawk in it.
bottles in it, and just fling it like David and Goliath sling.
Only if we gave Goliath the sling.
Yeah. You know, if the
Consider
right
that.
guy won. What? But yeah, that's... Sued! Alright, that's my,
Michelangelo weeps.
Okay, and what?
The turtle?
So,
No.
Oh.
do you guys want to explain exactly what you guys did in the war? Andrew's getting beer.
It's entirely Blake's fault.
It's cool. I mean, we're not recording or anything.
Now
It's fine to get a beer.
You say the war like the one with the Skymongers now, or...
The one that you guys just won.
Okay.
We were low. I was their commander, and
Shit's canon now.
Yeah.
That's why it happens to let them talk first.
exactly.
Shut up.
I had Apu, pretty much guard Navi.
You're a fucker.
No, Matt's the fucker.
We did not name these.
Random character generator.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, and I also was like told what to do and everything. I didn't know the whole backstory of why we're some of the missions. I was just told, hey,
Why are we even
you need to
fighting
tell
these
these guys what to do. We were in the same unit, but we weren't really close. You said the war is over and we're like celebrating at this point. So yeah, I decided, hey, let's go out to a bar. Took some of the men out. Started drinking afterwards.
Like, take out men. I'm just asking. I mean, I assume you guys
In
have...
this world, gender changes like that.
It's like Jurassic Park, frogs and T-Rexes and stuff.
Frog Rexes.
Frog Rexes.
Oh, can we find a Frog Rex?
No.
Oh.
So,
The
did you
greatest
guys
of the Frog Rexes.
did you guys do anything like interesting, like any big hauls of note during your time together?
I got a sack of kangaroo meat.
That was your big that was your big mission, was to get kangaroo meat.
I
Hey,
don't care,
food's
don't
scarce.
care about money. I like
It's
meat.
it tenderizes itself.
It's true. Not gaming.
Not Cammy.
I hate you guys. All right.
That's my,
So
no, that's my-
apparently,
and that's my character. He just
apparently
wants to
we
eat.
did absolutely fuck all in the war.
no, I mean, like, what did you do? Like, what were your missions?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you have
I'm
any
sorry. I thought you meant
important
when we got
missions?
pulled away from. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, like, would you guys be like, are you war heroes, or were you guys like kind of like,
the unsung.
They didn't really talk about us. We're kind of black ops.
We were the unsung.
So you were the guys who didn't kill Osama.
We were.
Yeah, we were the unsung heroes of it. We got all the intel and told them where all the leaders were.
Yeah, we were the snipers from Jarhead.
But
Deal with it.
no, we. No, when it looked like the
Why Jarhead? Like,
it's a good movie.
it's an okay movie.
You think every movie's okay?
Anyway,
No, we were brought in to help turn the tide, and they didn't really. We weren't really on the quote unquote payroll. We were paid under the table, if anything.
Mercenaries. I'm saying mercenaries.
all right. Well, I mean, like, you guys are in the middle of the city, and like, you're kind of wearing your combat fatigues. Like, I'm gonna say that like the bright blue swim trunks that
Board shorts.
board shorts that Upu is wearing is they're almost camouflagey enough to pull it off. But I mean, like,
what? I was about to say, what parallel universe? Oh, wait,
in
never
this
mind.
parallel universe.
Well played, sir.
I mean, once again, the font is fucking crazy. Like, Upu does not look that crazy or that out of place.
Chewing on his kangaroo leg.
But and I mean, like, you guys are hardened military men. On like, the week after a battle that has been raging for generations, there is pussy everywhere. There are felinoid robots just hanging around who did not like the Hawks at all.
Oh.
Throw them in an engineered human. Come on.
No, I'm sorry.
Deal with it.
I try to go up to him. Aha! Want to be with this? Aha!
You Zoidberg now?
I turned 50 Shades of Red.
Ah, topical.
God. I can't wait till my kids listen to this and they're like, uh-huh.
Is that why you killed Uncle Blake, Andy, and Joe?
Andy.
They don't know any better. Anyway.
But, yeah, so, I mean, like, you guys are walking around, like, I want to say it's, like, the boardwalk, but, I mean, that's basically the entire city. Kind of bar hopping from place to place. And because you guys were, military men, you're getting, like, a little bit of respect, but, like, the crowd's getting pretty rowdy. So, you're getting bumped into, you just hear these guys like, rah, rah, rah. It's like this weird, like, plant language, like if plants could scream into a blender while it was on, like, that's what it sounds like. I mean, what do you guys want to do?
Are we in a bar now?
You guys can be in a bar now.
We're in a bar now.
Can I use telepathy to understand the plant men? Like, do we inherently know the languages of the many different species we have running around
Well,
here?
it's one of those things where I would say that you could probably pick up on it if given enough time. Like if you want to spend like your evening trying to learn planetoid language, and you're within 25 feet of them. But I mean, like you can get like the general like emotional readout on them, and they're just drunk.
Okay.
Like they've been doing miracle grow shots all fucking night.
Is it safe to say I'm the tallest thing there? I'm 7 foot.
I mean, there's other Yetis. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, you're a tall guy, but I mean, like, it's not like Yetis are super uncommon.
Well, seeing that the bar is packed with people, like the way you can't get to the bar, I just kind of raise my hand and grunt out, "Buck a beer."
There's a guy polishing a glass.
Oh God!
Is he a concierge?
Done. He is.
GD! We're done.
Joe, please leave.
All right, so he looks at you. He's like, "What will you have?"
Buck a beer, short for bucket of beer.
Do you tell him it's short for bucket of beer? he turns
He
around.
remembers. Oh right, it's Bucko beer.
And he gets literally a bucket, like like those buckets that you get like huge amounts of detergent in if you work at a prison, and puts it under like it's not even a tap. It's like a bug, and he just pulls on the antennas, and you just hear as it vomits out this liquid. And he just slides it across the table. Oopa Oopa grabs it in one hand.
Also, something I forgot to mention: Gamma World doesn't really use money. Do you want us to start bartering with stuff, or just?
You guys are war heroes. You guys, your money's not good anywhere.
I nod to the barman and wrap one Yeti hand around the bucket of beer and just stay in the middle of the bar area and just sip. I'm content to sip.
Promptly, you are like you feel a tap on your shoulder, which is impressive because I mean, like even sitting down, you're like 6 feet tall. And you turn around and there's a Yeti and she just has little curlers and she's like, "Hey, sailor."
Yep, this happened.
I
Well
was gonna
done.
take these away.
Second glasses of the day.
Second place.
That's almost as good.
I nod to her, man.
No.
So, what are you guys doing?
Glug more.
I'm just sitting next to Mary's like,
I'm laughing at him, actively laughing, much like now.
You look into
In
the
my
Yeti's
head- in my
mind and
head.
just start screaming. Oh
You're laughing in my head and out loud.
Navi does have limited telepathic like resources. It's like within like 25 feet. I think he can talk to anybody inside their head.
I'd say we're within 25 feet of each other.
10 squares.
It's a small bar.
10 square, 50 feet.
Yeah, whatever.
I lean over. Tell him to take her shirt off. Tell him to take her shirt off.
Doesn't even have shirt. Like the only way that you can tell that it's like a female Yeti is like the curly hair,
Slender
the
hips.
bows. No, she's wide Yeti birth and hips, and then like you look at her and she has like 8 piercings going down inside her stomach.
This is not even gotten to battle. Let's just keep doing this.
I love this game!
So
This is that kind of game.
can I buy you a drink? She looks over. Friends can come too.
Oh,
God.
good lord.
Tell her to put her shirt back on. Tell her to put her shirt back on.
She doesn't have a shirt. It won't go. I will live 1,000 lifetimes and never be rid of this nightmare. Can I send a telepathic suggestion to go away?
Yeah, you sure can.
You sure can. Will it work? I doubt it.
Well, let's see. Let's look up the skill.
While you look it up, can I go ahead and dole out alpha powers?
You sure can. Sir.
Is this an encounter?
No, but
I was about to say.
the nice thing about the powers is that they have passive stuff. So even if we're just like
Chilling.
doing like something like this where we might have to pass a check, some of them help.
Okay, do an interaction check.
Okay.
Mutation. Nice.
Reflexive teleport. Yeah, I can only see this ending well.
Oh, so Blake's handing out the cards. We'll go over the cards before if we ever get into combat.
All right.
okay.
So
Not really.
roll. All right. Roll a d20.
Yes, please,
Okay.
for interaction.
Nat,
Oh,
Nat 20.
Jesus.
Nat 20 with a plus 14 interaction.
Okay, so
I have not had as much to drink as everybody else.
like like Upu Upu is there and he's drinking a lot. Like the guy misheard. Bucket of beer is pretty much size for a Yeti. He thought you said bug a beer, which is why you got bug vomit. And it's going to your head because it's bug vomit.
It's been a while since I had bug vomit.
It's true, and
My tolerance is low.
This is high quality bug vomit. So
Only the
Upu's there and he's like, this chick's starting to look pretty good, and he stands up and he's about to write like his number on her giant furry palm, and she goes, raspberries, and dives out a window.
I
Joe,
stand there holding an empty bucket and the charcoal I was going to write it with. Go, huh. Good hole. Just sit back down. I'm referring to the hole in the wall.
Sure you were. So you just hear the raspberries and splash.
Navi pats him on the back. It's for the best.
All right.
That's what happens when Joel rolls a natural 20 plus his plus 14 interaction skill for
I can make her
measly
tap dance.
human 34. All right, so you guys are still in the bar. There's now a giant hole that the bartender's just kind of like looking at, and then the bug kind of walks behind it, tilts the bug's head, moves the antennas like slightly different, and like spits up like a webbing that kind of like covers the hole, and hardens.
Also,
Naturally.
Well, I know Andrew and I, real quick for the alpha mutations, Andrew and I got good ones. You want to go first, or should I?
Well,
Well, I mean, they're physical,
okay, go ahead.
so help in the description.
I have mandibles. You manifest large mandibles to take enormous bite out of your enemy. It's a standard action, melee 1 creature, level plus strength plus 2 versus AC. Unfortunately, my strength is -3.
Wow.
But fortunately, you have a beak and mandibles, 4-way biting.
I figured that it was kind of like the beak like split into like 4.
Yeah.
What do you say, Andrew?
That's actually what I was thinking as well, because it's like that, because mandibles does go out this way, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, it would go both ways at that point.
Ooh, that's awesome.
So
But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be using that much. It looks cool.
yeah, I mean, well, you'll get a new one eventually. Okay, what'd you get?
Extra arm. I now have a third red hairy Yeti arm growing out of my back.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I can grow.
We were wondering where you were going to go.
You grow an
with that.
additional arm. You can use it to carry a shield, help wield a two-handed weapon, carry an extra one-handed weapon, and so on. If I carry an extra weapon, I can make a basic attack with that weapon once per round as a minor action.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do that,
Just physically, I just wanted to talk about how I have a third arm now.
so.
And now, instantly for now 2 beers.
What did you get, Joe?
I got Alpha Reflexive Teleport. So essentially, whenever I get hit with an attack, I switch places with another enemy. I was looking at it.
Okay, so you guys are at the bar and like apparently Yeti's jumping out of windows, or not even windows, making windows and then jumping out of them. Is relatively common, so like no one's like, oh my god, that's weird. And you guys sit down and you're drinking your Bug-a-Beer, and like all of a sudden Zifa like shudders and like you just hear as his beak like splits in half again, So it's just this gaping maw with like jagged pointed teeth that opens in like a 4-way thing. It's kind of like I imagine like if you put like 4 pointed like things, like kind of like a pyramid, on top of the thing from the 3rd Star Wars movies that eats Boba Fett.
Okay.
Like that's what your face looks like now.
Sarlacc's head.
Yeah, the Sarlacc.
I was like, cool, I can now beer. Shotgun beer's better.
Just crack.
No, you just bite off the top of the beer.
Unfortunately, it's a
Teeth bugs-
bucket, so you're just like, you just latch the mandible onto it and just tilt your head
Even
back.
though I'm a Yeti and I
That's
can chug,
terrifying.
you drink your beer faster than me.
It's like, Blake is like, oh man, like I've got this like huge itch in my Yeti ass, and he's just thinking about it. And you hear this, and this hand comes around, and you're like, who's scratching my ass? And then you're like, that's me.
Somehow inherently know this.
And then
Essentially, I was about to say I have no outward appearance. No outward
Namikaze,
difference.
like, it just kind of shimmers for a second.
Yeah, just he's just what the hell?
Yeah, every time someone bumps into you, you shimmer a little bit.
And
I dropped my drink. Shit.
so I mean, like you guys are having a good time, drinking. It's getting a little crazy, and then everybody roll a perception check for me. I think you all had like 11 as your perception. If I didn't
My passive perception is 19.
Where does it say that?
I had wrote it on the character sheet.
His does not have it.
Okay, then you had 11. You were the same as
Okay,
Blake.
fair enough. Deal with it. 24.
Wait, passive me.
No, you just roll perception. It should be.
Oh, okay.
It's down here, probably somewhere. So
Oh.
your perception is 1 if your passive perception is 11.
Oh, okay, so 9.
Okay, so you got Joe. What'd you get?
13.
Plus 1, 14.
So 14.
14.
And
I'm trying to find a d20, sorry.
okay, no, you're good.
Bam.
Aw.
12.
Okay, so unfortunately, like you don't really notice because everybody's dancing around. There's a song in the background. It's like do 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 do, and then you just see this floor, like it kind of like flexes a little bit, and you're like, okay, a bunch of Yetis dancing around. That happens, and then it flexes
Yes.
again, and it cracks a little bit, and then you just see this corpse, this Yeti corpse.
I swear to God, if it's raspberries.
It's raspberries. But
Not my fault,
it's
it
like
was on
it's
fire.
dripping wet. 2 of its nipple piercings are missing,
Sorry.
and it's like chewed to hell, and it just slams through the floor and like kind of falls limp and dead in the corner as it bounces off the ceiling, hits some weird plant guy who's living in a fish tank, and
It's weird how much of the shit we say can actually be canon in this world.
so you guys look down, and unfortunately you're kind of taken aback as you see these fish monsters kind of rise out of the water, like the water kind of propels them upwards, and they just step off of this kind of like how like Aquaman used to get off in like the old like DC cartoons, like it's just like them standing there and then they just walk off into this room.
But you said it made a hole in the floor?
Hold on,
Okay, okay.
because this part of the city is just dangling over the water.
Oh, nice.
And will we say that this is where they themselves are a bit of a common sight, being that we live in a city over the ocean?
You have never seen them before.
Okay.
Like
That's,
basically,
it's like that, is it?
what this is you like you know that these guys look really really similar, like and you notice this with like a 14 perception, so I mean it's not terrible, but these guys look very very similar mechanically to the Skymongers.
So they're like part fish, part android.
Yeah. And it's weird because like there doesn't seem to be like anything water based around them, like like when you've seen like when you've seen people who live primarily in water, they usually have like water breathers and stuff like that kind of help you.
Gills?
Well, they go over the gills so they can breathe outside
Okay.
the water. Like
Oh,
these
like a
guys
bowl
are-
on top of the gills full of water.
right, and these guys don't have them. Like they just look
Oh.
like
So they breathe air, more or less.
this is.
They can walk around in the air but they're still kind of breathing water. They can just go outside the air.
Oh,
Or into the air, rather.
at the mark.
Yeah. That's where the bug is, like, latched on.
So that's where we get the beer?
Yeah, the bugbear?
Well, I know where I'm going for the fight.
Me too. Ah!
Okay.
God damn it.
All
No. Nope.
right, guys. Set you guys up wherever you would have been. Like,
Is that the window over there? The window.
this is the door that you came in.
Oh, so what is that?
That is the Raspberry's quick exit.
Awesome.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense.
Pretty much. For real. For real.
It's the only thing with wings.
I thought we had like a hawk chick.
I might have eaten it.
Oh, okay. Well, that happens.
I haven't eaten since breakfast. So
All right.
I
Now,
might
do
have.
you hand? I hand out after the fight technology, right?
Yeah, basically the Omega Tech works like when you find regular gear, it's just kind of at your discretion. If I say if I get like a 20 on an attack, you could say like you hit him so hard he drops his card. This thing.
Okay. All right.
But it's really it's more so just whatever you want to. Whenever you want to just give us more stuff.
Okay. So, you guys, are turn around at the bar and you see these fishmen kind of rise from the depths, and they step off, and as soon as they're all off like this fountain of water, it just dissipates and just goes back down the hole again. We'll say this is Raspberry. So basically what happens, Raspberry came in, ricocheted off the ceiling, bounced, and bounced again. All right.
Why is that relevant? Okay.
Possible love interest.
She's also very dead.
Possible love interest.
Well played, sir.
All right.
For the Hawkeye, that's weird.
All right, so everybody roll initiative for me.
Hey, that bitch need love too. Ah!
Good lord.
Hey. I need to-
Where is my initiative?
It's on the right bottom.
Science.
Do you get a 0 plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dex mod plus. The hell is my Dex mod?
Dex is
Oh.
0
Oh, he didn't write yours in.
plus your level plus modifiers.
So
yours
you-
is
0.
1.
No.
His Dex is
Is
0.
it plus level? It's not plus half
it's
level?
Dex
Plus you-
mod plus your
Yep,
level
yep.
plus modifiers.
It just says
Okay.
it plus.
So is that all modifiers?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But then you also get modifier bonuses for being a mind melder or whatever, a mind coercer. That's why you have a plus 14 is because both of those gave a plus 6 to mind melding.
Oh yeah, skill bonus gain a plus 4 bonus to interaction.
Ignore me.
Yeah, actually a plus 8 total for mind breaker and mind coercer for interaction.
I
Already.
think you're just a plus 1 for initiative though.
Yeah.
20.
Nice. Okay, so
Nat
you're
20.
first.
Shut up.
All
14.
right.
I also got 14.
Which one of you has the higher dex?
We're gonna go with him.
Well, mine's 1.
Mine's 10?
Dexterity of 10.
So that's a 1.
0.
Okay,
A little plus there.
whatever. Oh, okay. Wait,
Oh, my
is that-
dex. Oh, regular dex is 13. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So you win anyway.
I thought we were talking about modifiers. I apologize.
Okay.
I was confused. I felt like I'd been doing it wrong in D&D the entire time.
Well, I mean, there are little differences. That's why,
Ashley wins anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Magic missile. They die.
Well, no. I just mean, whenever it always comes down to me and her tying for initiative, and she's like, "Oh, I have the highest dexterity. I win anyway." I'm just like, "Damn it!"
Okay.
Alright.
And then okay. All right. One of them are written down as redfish and bluefish.
Is there 1 fish and then 2 fish?
Yes, there
Yes, there
are.
are.
Oh, good lord. That's amazing.
Okay, so
That's terrifying.
top of the initiative is Zifa.
The Dr. Seuss novel. I'll kill you.
I'm actually
I'd
not.
RP that.
I would.
I'm actually not noticing that there are fish people still drinking, and I actually take a huge swill back, and I have my bat with nails in, and I stumble back 2 feet and end up hitting them backways.
Are we doing? Are we doing this drunken master? Because that is awesome.
This is the first ever Natural Ones vaudeville.
I'm +7 with my bat.
Okay.
16, so that's
25?
yes.
Andrew
No,
is also
23.
a little drunk.
23, sorry.
Okay, so and it was, sorry, what was your roll?
23 versus AC. I'm assuming with my mace.
Okay, that hits, and like you stumble back and your arms are flailing a little bit, and you manage to hit the exact soft spot in this guy's head, and you just hear this as his head is just compressed, and he drops to the ground, completely oblivious, and we'll say because you got, no, you didn't get 20. Never mind.
And I turn back. Well, what the fuck is going on, man?
All right.
I like how
you just
Ziva
burn-
sounds like Chris Tucker.
I don't like
white
that.
birds be flying like that.
Sour.
All right, so that means that it is now that guy is dead. That means it is now this guy's turn. Turning around and seeing the demise of his fish buddy. The other guy like turns around and goes, flicks you off with his fin. Like you think he's flicking you off, but he really doesn't have any fingers. It's just a thumb, and like it looks like he's wearing mittens.
No, you cannot suck my big black cock. Gah!
I regret saying Chris Tucker earlier.
Yeah.
Giving him ammunition.
Yeah, we're done.
All right, so he takes a swing at you with what looks kind of like a mix between like a laser sword and like a big flashlight. That was a 12.
That's called a lightsaber.
Well, no, it's like it has like an edge on it, but like it's also just looks like a big black flashlight. Like I don't know if that's a good description, but yeah, it's a lightsaber. No, but it's the lightsaber from fucking Futurama.
It's like
it
a
just
hardened-
starts beating you with it. Like it doesn't cut or do anything useful. Okay, so that is a 19 versus AC.
That hits.
Okay. Ouch. Take
All the
9
damage.
points of damage, and he flips away and kind of does this like weird backflip thing with his robot legs. And now it is. These fish will just move.
Why are they attacking us?
Because they hate Yetis. Alright, and it is Upu's turn.
I put down my bucket cup of now empty of beer, buggo beer.
Bugbear.
Which one hit me?
Bug beer.
That one, and then he shift.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's just
big.
back. Okay.
Are you bloodied yet?
2 away.
Sour.
You are not a tank, sir.
You are the squish.
Yeah.
Actually, how the hell am I not the squish?
Now I wouldn't really care if these guys
Sour.
showed up no matter what, but seeing them attack Zifa, I go, well, that's not right.
I bet you he
1, 2,
says it with that
3.
like freaking.
Partner.
Yeah.
Pilgrim.
I reckon.
And
I
I will-
reckon I gotta smash heads now.
And I will use my Big Claws level 1 Yeti power.
All
It's me
right.
versus AC.
Hold on 1 second. How does this work? Is it that any time is it an at will?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's. Oh, you're talking about like weapons?
No, these.
Well, yeah, it says at will and encounter.
Okay.
True shit.
True shit.
Read.
Read a book, motherfucker. Read a book.
Thank you, Lamar Burton. Now go away.
He's educational.
Thanks for the pizza bites, Lamar. Bye, kids.
This'll-
Reading Rainbow. Away.
So this will be versus Fish Guy 1's AC.
All
I wonder how
right.
many celebrities you can piss off in one cast.
That implies that they're listening.
They got really small.
Sick.
Sour.
14 versus AC.
That is. Which one are you against?
Number 1.
That is a miss.
I rake at his claws. Rake with my claws, and I'm seeing 2 of them because the Bugbear is so strong, and I swish.
Fucking Bugbear, man. Ruins lives. Alright. So, Navi.
Alright.
Hey, listen!
So
Joe's
it-
turn!
It's really hard to miss a Yeti going into battle, so I turn around and look and see the fishmen. We'll say that I'm not that drunk, so I probably noticed the fishmen before. In the flying corpse of that one chick I convinced to jump out a window.
Raspberries!
Raspberries! I don't know why raspberries.
Why not?
Why not? I think I smelled raspberries. Or if someone farted, either one.
It was one of the plants. It farted raspberries.
They do that.
Yeah,
They're
it
plant
happens.
men.
It
Shit's
happens.
canon. Alright. We're gonna go with mental push, which is a mind coercer at will. So I turn around, look and see everyone's in the thick of things, and I target, what is this, range 10?
Anyone?
Any one of them, but for shits and giggles, we'll go with the guy who's coming up on my good friend, Upu Upu, whose name I forgot.
Best friends.
Gonna be
It's only been
best friend.
Only been
Alright.
in existence for an hour now.
Man, don't worry about it. Mental push. Science. So what is this? Charisma plus your level versus will. All right. So what is that? 10. Charisma is. Is that a 5?
Yeah.
All right. So 15, 16 versus will.
That hits.
All right. All right. So what was it? Charisma modifier psychic damage. So 5 points of damage, and the target makes a basic attack as a free action against a creature of your choice. Son of a bitch!
Aw.
I just realized the futility of that attack.
It's
Why
psychic
do we can
push.
attack
Yeah, it's called mental push. It's one of those things where you sort of
Oh.
trip the barrier in their mind to make them think their allies, their enemy. But there's not really anyone close to anyone.
It's just his basic attack.
Yeah, basic attack is a free action against.
Well,
a
they
creature
have
of
they
your
have
choice.
basic melee or
Basic ranged.
ranged, yeah.
Will that work?
So
All right.
the guy kind of like does like the whole like Michael Jackson like Thriller thing and like pulls out his gun and it's like. Phew.
That's awesome in every way.
All right, so he's gonna be rolling against we'll say this guy.
Oh, okay. That was a my choice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
no. Fuck it. Let him hit him. The dice has been cast.
No, I'll re-roll it.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
No, it's okay.
No,
it's not canon.
that was definitely a 17. Oh.
It's canon now.
All right, so you just hear this, and this guy just drops. This other fish man like looks back and he's like guts go back inside with his little fish hands, and then into the hole he drops.
I want to see him like come up behind the Yeti, and all of a sudden, just a gun. He's like, "Wait, what? What?"
All right.
Also, +5 trauma damage. Dude,
It's pretty traumatic.
I know.
Wait, so you deal 5 damage to the guy who?
Yeah, number 2.
Okay.
No, 6 because your charisma's 5 plus your level, so 6 points
Well,
of
yeah,
damage.
it was hit though. Charisma modifier, psychic damage. I thought the attack was what you have to roll to hit him.
Oh yeah, charisma modifier. Yeah, 5. Never mind.
All right, whatever.
Okay, so that's actually
1 point ain't gonna make no difference.
he was a minion.
He was a minion. All
Best
right.
kind of minion. There's one
So
that dies.
that means it's now a redfish turn.
Fish.
He runs up as he sees his commander shoot his brother. Once again, he's and screaming with his fish language as he takes a swing at the impressive Zifa.
It's impressive. Yeah, you don't know his name either.
That's not 9 versus AC.
Yeah.
Nope.
So he pops out his flashlight, baton, lightsaber, takes a swing, and ends up like cracking his fin on the fin knuckles.
Why did I put my hand in front of it?
He's like stop. And, like hits his own hand.
Instead of all right.
All right, so that means that we are now at the top of the initiative with Zifa.
Seeing the one guy went up to me, I'm gonna still like this kind of swinging, kind of drunk.
We're still
I'm
going.
still-
To be fair, birds do have hollow bones and light bodies. I can see him being a really cheap drink.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Yetis are
my
extremely
bag plus
thick-skinned,
7.
thick-boned,
You're gonna do what, sorry?
big beasts.
The plus 7 because
Yo.
one of my powers is an encounter, the other one's an at will. No, both Yep, one's in encounters, so I'm going to save them still. I'm just going to keep bashing on people's heads.
Alright.
So, handed one mace. Shit. That's 13 versus AC.
Let's see if that hits.
How the hell does the octopus man end up being the more
Joe, it's just
less,
you, okay?
less weird? Of
That's
the
against
group?
AC?
Yeah.
That misses.
Alright.
The
you wanna
most,
move
think it's weird I have
anything?
a John-
most somehow normal.
I'm
going
going
to
to
have a John Wayne accent.
shift back
No.
1 right here.
Actually, that makes you
Okay.
better.
Yeah.
Alright, so that means it is now the main fishy's turn, and he's going to take a swing against Upu. He's silent, stoic even.
I thought you were going to say the second Upu was silent.
As he
Green Hodge.
swings at you with his undisclosed weapon. God.
Yeah! That's a
Does a
number
9 hit you?
No. Actually, didn't know what my AC was, so I just checked.
Yeah, you were like scared, like, oh
It's
god.
like, oh, it might.
Oh God. Oh.
I'm only made out of meat and fur.
So like, they weren't
Aren't
really.
we all on
they,
the inside?
they weren't planning on you guys being like
Aren't we all on the
like
inside?
trained military personnel. Like they were just like, oh, we're gonna jump into this place and like make a show of like force, and everybody's gonna be bowing down in front of us, which is basically what happened. Everybody ran out of the bar. So like his hands are still wet, and he's like tries to like swing and like kind of like juggles his baton. And that means that we are now at Upu. It's your turn. Russell. Russell.
Look at that
Brand.
loud. Look at that loud ass
Ah.
shit. I mean, that's the sound of bar fight. I don't know how many
Bar
bar fights you've been.
Bar fight.
Since I have an extra arm, could I do an unarmed quick as a minor action?
Yeah, sure.
You
Realizing that my third arm is better for more than just scratching my ass.
Yeah, it is.
Matt winked at me. Authorities!
I need an
Authorities!
adult.
Chris Hansen, come help
Sexual harassment.
me. I go, oh.
They
Hands
get
for
20 to charisma.
I go, oh, hand for hitting. And I make a unarmed quick against the fishy one.
Hand is for hitting.
I guess versus AC.
Okay.
Since it's just a
It's a
attack.
basic melee attack.
Yeah.
It's always going to be against AC.
Natural 20!
Natural 20! Oh my god!
Oh.
Ah!
The damage
That's the
dice
sound
is
the
gonna
fish
be-
makes, and he's getting punched in the face.
So hard his face is
So
on
in
the
classic
inside of
Blake
his head.
fashion, it deals 6 damage total.
Nice. What does the arm say? Does the arm have any extra damage?
If you carry an extra weapon, you can make a basic attack as a minor action. When you start your turn, I could roll a d20 for the overcharge, but I'm not gonna think that far ahead.
Okay.
This is a shame
So
you
that's a-
didn't.
So Upu like he's like, oh, I'm gonna get my weapon, and like bends
car
down,
axle with it.
and then his other hand just bops this guy in the face.
Make sure you write down that 6 damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have a third arm, but I have a third leg. Ha-ha!
Aren't birds' genitalia internal? Like
Yeah, aren't they pretty much
Isn't
like
this
spaghetti?
Gamma World?
Ask
And
me
for my-
anything about birds. I know nothing. I deal with computers. That's it.
Yeah, but
For
if we
my-
asked you anything about
for
bird
my-
sex, you would know.
For my standard action, while I'm getting my car axle with a cement layered tire at one end, I get up and I baseball swing into the fishy man's head.
Okay,
So-
what attack is this? Just a basic melee?
Basic melee. Heavy two-handed. 22 versus AC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
2d8.
2d8. This is a 2d8 song. 2d8. This one's pretty good. Never mind.
This song is amazing.
Boom, boom,
5,
boom, boom,
8,
boom.
13 damage.
All right.
So let's see. I bent over and bopped him in the fish nose with my extra arm. As I stand up, I uppercut with the heavy end into his jaw.
Oh god, you guys are fighting Murlocs.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a Murloc sound. You can only hide it for so
Okay,
long.
and
That will be-
these- And because you got a 20, sir, you will be getting this lovely Omega card that you can look at after the fight.
Oh.
Damn.
It's like Christmas,
It's
but
like
sadder.
Christmas. You see it
It's
under
the
the tree,
24th.
but you can't get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's 2 a.m. on Christmas morning. Like, you know that it's there. You can't go downstairs, but Santa Claus might as well just be there to like give me like a middle finger.
You hear
out of sight.
shuffling, and your dad yelled, "Damn it!"
Why did we buy him all these puppies? Then you just hear a yelp and Dad's wood grinder going on.
Whoa! So whose turn is it? Now I can.
2 points.
Not bad.
All right.
Not bad. I was actually waiting for him to throw it down when you realized that bird genitalia is on the inside.
All right,
Sorry about that.
That is 2 points in the Andrew threw down his glasses game. If you guys are drinking at home,
You are
playing along,
smashing.
yes, exactly. All right, so that was Upu. Navi, your turn.
I don't know. It's like I always inflict more trauma, I suppose. But seeing all that go down, I noticed that there is number 2 way over there. We're gonna say is a blue fish man.
Okay.
Allow me to crack my creative knuckles here. We're gonna go with Psychic Assault, the Mind Breaker at will, in which I break minds.
All right, let's see it happen.
In which I do not break minds.
Ooh, what is that?
That is definitely a 7, and
Ouch.
you should not be worried about it.
That's because you roll like
That's
a
a 1.
Oh.
Andrew, you dick!
Natural one. Well, it's not on any of your tech weapons. What would spilling Andrew's beer in my home do to Andrew? Like,
He would
it's like,
be
oh
without
man,
beer.
he's super pissed that Matt's carpet has to be cleaned now.
I got more in the fridge.
Because of your natural 1.
It doesn't count if you
Lose
do
a
it.
point for interference. Because of your natural 1, Blake's Omega.
Oh
That'd be really funny if I was that much of a dick.
Oh, it'd be so sad.
Okay,
It's a
so
1 again.
that's your turn.
Don't roll on this.
Yeah, I know. Paper, not so much.
Okay, so that's just like you turn and you're like, and you're just
Why?
like, no. Oh.
Nah, we're good.
Okay, so that means it's now Redfish's turn.
No.
All right, once again, like Redfish is kind of nervous. Like it's not going to like these are kind of like the redcoats from Star Trek. Like they don't last super long.
They're promised green women. All they're getting is death.
All right, so he's gonna make a swing against Zifa. Ouch.
That probably hits.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Get hit.
It's a 15 on the die, my AC 16. I'm assuming he's at least +1.
Oh yeah, he's +6. It was 21.
I'm at 8 hit points. I am bloodied.
All right, so
Any healing surges? Anything?
we're gonna say that we're gonna do a healing surge. You have 1, where it's gonna be the same basic setup as Second Wind in combat. So it's just whatever a healing surge is, which is what, 1/4 of your hit points.
Yeah. Is that the same for like? Is there this again? Never played this before. Action points at all either? No.
No action points.
They
I mean,
simplify
like-
the whole thing.
I mean, like just for the sake of like streamlining it in, like yeah, they do not do action points, but since we're actually going to be doing this as a show, just keeping everything as together as possible, I'll give you guys an action point. You'll get one after this encounter.
Oh, you mean every 3 or every 2?
It's every 3.
Okay.
But okay. So
Use your flight.
Zifa, it is now your turn.
Huh? Like use.
Somewhere here.
Well, I'll take a negative penalty to attack rolls.
Only while you're flying, though.
Yeah.
You can land.
I can shift though, like.
Yeah, basically flying is like shifting for Hawkoids.
I'm gonna fly.
That's why your health is so low, 'cause you
1,
can get away.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
All right.
Spreads his hockey wings and hucks away.
I then land.
Hucks away.
And
That's if you're flying. Why'd you bother going around the bar?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can land behind the bar.
Yeah, let's say the bar gives partial cover.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Plus, you now have the Bug-a-Beer tap.
I instead of start fighting, I just go refill my beer up. No.
You don't know how to pull it, and like you just get stuck to the wall. Like,
I'm gonna
that would be a roll.
for my minor. I'm gonna switch weapons.
Okay.
Pull up my my rifle and go, "Caca, motherfucker!"
I hate that voice.
Hey, no, you can't do it. No.
25 versus AC.
You lose
For
a
which
role-playing point.
I was gonna use that one.
Okay, so
Deal with it.
you shoot this guy and like you just see like it kind of like falls down into like bullet time as you just see like the bullet come back and the fish like and like come out the end and he is dead forever. His children will never be able to afford to go to college.
It's only fish college.
It's fish you. They go all the way and they're
well
blitzball tournaments or whatever.
Blitzball. Damn
Wasn't
it.
that underwater? Like, yeah.
Yes, it was.
It's X.
That was such a bad game.
No,
Why?
shut up. Blitzball was the only
Did
reason
you
why I
wanna,
played that game.
Why not?
Yeah, you used all
Actually,
your
it's
stuff.
bullshit.
So, okay, that means
Mostly
that
for Lulu.
it is. Actually, that's a good place to end right now because I think we're at like an hour. All
Liar.
right.
Forever.
Once again, I hope you guys enjoy this. I mean, I know this is a little bit more wacky because we don't have Ashley or Bob to keep us in line, and it goes.
Mostly Bob.
I think it's just like Bob, like, despite not having children, has developed like that angry dad look. Like, he's like, "Oh, you better stop!" And then you're like, "Okay,
That's
okay,
like,
Bob."
it's like a terrifying Steamboat Mickey.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, "I'll fuck you up so bad!" Ha! All right, so
Bullshit. Ah!
if you enjoyed this, by all means, please let us know, and we will definitely come back and do more Gamma World stuff. There's going to be at least a couple more episodes, but if there's fans that enjoy Gamma Worlds, or if you like us trying different play things, I have the Pathfinder, the Bathfinder, the Adventure for the Stink.
The whole game is trying to find a tub.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
What's it, Ogre
You
Team,
make
Rubber Ducky?
Pathfinder so much fun.
Munchkin.
Yeah, no, I play some Munchkin. I mean, I don't know how to really like work Munchkin into like
Bring
setting.
your iPad with you when we
We would have to have a video.
Yeah, no, we definitely have to do a
We'd have
video.
no shit.
I mean, with any game.
We'd have to have a team of people wandering around us with
Well,
cameras.
Jason does videos. I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be.
Well, you know what?
It's not outside.
Let's
the
do a
realm of
24-hour live zombie, 24-hour worth of recordings. Just one right after another.
24 hours of being in the same room with.
And that's how Blake got convicted for murder.
Twice. All right, but anyway, if you guys liked Gamma World, if you'd like to see us try other game styles or anything,
Or if
please-
you like the voice.
yeah, or I'm sure you didn't. Hit us up on Twitter at Naturalones or hit us up on Naturalones at zombie-popcorn.com, or we have a Facebook page, Natural Ones Podcast at facebook.com.
It's facebook.com/naturalonespodcast.
Yeah, I don't know how the internet works. I'm old.
It's magic, right?
Yeah.
Just,
Tubes.
I got
Oh,
one!
Blake's in the running. You and Joe are tied. I'm winning. All right. So,
I have the distinct feeling that you could have no points and still win this game.
so anyway, we're glad that you guys listen. Hope you had as much fun as we did. Sorry that it's all a bunch of confusing bullshit and we're just giggling the entire time. And as always, I'm Matt.
This is Andrew.
This is Joe.
This is Blake.
And I'm Matt again.
What?
All right. Have fun, kids. Thank you for listening to Natural Ones, and we will see you next week.
Hello, this is Cuthbad, breaker of walls and crusher of skulls. This is End of Podcast. Natural Ones Podcast is a Worthless Degree Studios production and is hosted by the fine folks at Zombie Popcorn. All characters and situations are 100% fictional, and any similarities to people living or dead or undead is completely coincidental. Dungeons and Dragons and all associated works are property of Wizards of the Coast, who are actual wizards! Many thank yous for listening. If you like Natural Ones Podcast, please like us on the Book of Faces at facebook.com/naturalonespodcast, or mail us at naturalones@zombiepopcorn.com, or use Twittermancy to warn us of impending doom at Natural Ones DM. And now for the killings of the minions!